Hello and welcome to another episode of Child Abuse Awareness with Darlene J. Clark. Be a part of the solution instead of part of the problem. Where I usually share right there would be part of the solution. Thank you. So good to see you, Tammy. Good to see you, Chris. Thanks for coming. Start off with copyright disclaimer, as usual. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is the use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. We'd like to start with a couple of Bible verses as well. In Matthew 18, verse 6. But whoso shall offend one of these little ones which believe in me, it were better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck, and that he were drowned in the depth of the sea. Colossians 3:21. Fathers, do not embitter your children, or they will become discouraged. Matthew 18, verse 10. Take heed that ye despise not one of these little ones. For I say unto you, that in heaven their angels do always behold the face of my Father, which is in heaven. We need to always remember to learn to do right, seek justice, defend the oppressed, take up the cause of the fatherless, in the case of the widow. Hello, everyone that's in here. Hope you're having a great day. This little missing baby, Amiah Robertson. This is IMPD is asking for anyone who saw lions or child between 1:30 and 8:30, but that's back 2019, March 9th, in the area of Rockville Road and Meekley Avenue to come forward. They should contact IMPD at 317-327-3811 or Crime Stoppers of Central Indiana. And the number is going at the bottom. So without further ado, let me go ahead and share with y'all. I've got a lot of news sources open, and sometimes there's a little bit different in some of them. That's why I've got so many. Got to get to the other screen, not that one. I don't want it to. It's trying to fight me on this. Sorry, it had moved that screen earlier. So this is where the Amiah Robertson's disappearance. What you need to know about missing Indianapolis baby. This was March the 21st, 2019. As more time passes since the disappearance of 8-month-old Amiah Robertson, more details and questions emerge. Here's what we know about the child's disappearance. For clarity, information in this article is listed in chronological order, based on details provided by the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department. The IMPD has now classified the case as a homicide investigation. Amiah is described as being 23 inches tall, with blonde hair and blue eyes. She weighs approximately 13 pounds. 8-month-old, last seen March 9th, in a home on the 200 block of South Holmes Avenue on the city's west side, which we don't believe that to be true with this other information I've read as well, which I'll show y'all. Robertson was with Robert Lyons, who was a boyfriend of Amiah's Amber Robertson. Lyons left with the child and stayed on the southwest side until 10 p.m. before returning to Amber Robertson alone. While being questioned, Lyons gave police several locations where the infant should be, but police said they were unable to locate her at any of those areas. Robert Lyons had told family, friends, and myself where Amiah should be alive and okay. IMPD Detective Jeannie Burkett said all these locations and homes were checked with full cooperation from residents. Some places she was said to be a Robert do not exist. Since March the 10th, Robert Lyons has taunted Amber Robertson about Amiah's whereabouts. Police say Lyons was driving a maroon-colored 1996 Isuzu Rodeo that is in poor condition. Although police listed Lyons as a suspect, they said Saturday they were not seeking his whereabouts. Lyons was admitted to the Marion County Jail on March the 17th and released March the 20th after being in custody on an unrelated charge, according to jail records. See, the reports out of Amiah's last seen, reports differ. On March 14th, initially, police said Amiah was last seen March 14th, but at Saturday's press conference, they said they had confirmed she has last been seen March 9th. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little upset, so I better slow down. Getting a little tongue tied. It's unclear whether was seen between the intervening 5-day period. The time between Amiah went missing and when she was reported missing was concerning to officers. Smith said Saturday, this has led to some of the difficulties that we have had in tracking down exactly what happened. He had some of the information people close to the situation gave police early on was misleading, though ultimately they were able to verify some of the reports. That's a lot like, for instance, what happened with the Joe Tate case and a lot of these other cases where they give misinformation. So much about Summer Wells and all this. People need to come forward and tell the true facts. These kids, these people need found. Amiah reported missing March the 16th. Amiah's family reported her as missing on March the 16th. That is 5 days after the last time police have confirmed that she was seen alive. The silver alert was issued on March 19th. Police issued a silver alert after determined that the baby might be in danger. The case did not meet the criteria for an Amber Alert, which is typically required specific identifying details about the missing child and with whom she was previously seen. So the silver alert canceled Wednesday. We'll go over that in a few minutes. What warrants a silver alert and what warrants an Amber Alert. Officials said very few tips came in on the alert specific hotline, whereas many had come in through social media and department lines. Tips lead police to the White River. March the 20th, this is very important, y'all. After receiving a tip, detectives obtained a search warrant for the South Holmes home and scoured the White River near West McCarthy Street. Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department Chief Brian Roach said Saturday that police found items belonging to Amiah and her family. Police would not say what those items were. With the help of volunteers and the Indianapolis Fire Department, police searched farther downstream on March 21st. So they found some of her belongings here, right? By the river. So I would think that that's probably the last place that she was. That's what my thoughts are. Police hold news conference March 23rd. The chief of the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department and detectives involved in the case held a news conference Saturday to provide an update, seek out information, and express frustration at previous misleading tips. I want you to know that we are here today because we're frustrated and quite frankly angry because of misinformation and lack of information and lack of cooperation from those most closely involved, Police Chief Roach said. This is an 8-month-old child, and I think all of us would agree somebody knows the whereabouts. Since the start of the investigation, Amiah's disappearance has been a hot topic on social media that has resulted in a large number of Facebook groups dedicated to discussing the case, as well as individuals claiming that they have inside information about the investigation. If you got it, give it. Early in the investigation, police took to Twitter to directly address the social media talk and urge people to stop spreading inaccurate reports. Invest involving missing 8-month-old Amiah Robertson. Man, this precious girl. Inaccurate reports and alleged evidence recovered from have been seen on social media. Official accounts, facts as investigation proceeds, will come from IMPD. Don't spread rumors. Spread the plea for help in finding her and the truth. Look at this precious little girl. Please spread the right information out, people. Don't give them misinformation. Hi, old lady ho. Good to see you. How you doing, old lady ho? We monitor social media and we look for those tips. Sergeant Jim Gillespie told Indy Star. Each one we follow up on. We don't know if it's going to be true and accurate or not. So that draws resources away from the investigation and puts it on stuff that's completely unverified. So it's impeding the investigation in that way. A lot of times I think the people that gives a lot of the misinformation is trying to get them in another avenue when it tries to throw the guilt away from them. The FBI is assisting in the investigation. An FBI spokesperson told Indy Star that IMPD is leading the investigation and declined to comment further. Scrolling at the bottom of the page, what this is how to help. IMPD is asking for anyone who saw lions for the child between about 1:30 and 8:30 p.m. March 9th in the area of Rockville Road and Meekley Avenue to come forward. They should contact IMPD at 317-327-3811, the Crime Stoppers of Central Indiana at 317-262-TIPS. Let me close this one out. It's taking a while for my computer to react to me a little bit. Sorry about that. Let's get over here and here's a guideline for issuing an Amber Alert. This is important to know. All right. Summary of Department of Justice recommended criteria. Let's go on down because we're going to go over each one of them so I don't have to go back and read it again. There's reasonable belief by law enforcement that an abduction has occurred. Ever plans require law enforcement to confirm an abduction prior to issuing an alert. This is essential when determining the level of risk to the child. Clearly, stranger abductions are the most dangerous for children. But we know, there was never said that she went missing. She's 8 months old. She's not just going to walk out of the house or that hotel which they were in. Y'all heard about that hotel as well? The law enforcement agency believes that the child is in imminent danger, a serious bodily injury, or death, and it's the same as with a silver alert in that retrospect. There's enough descriptive information about the victim and the abduction for law enforcement to issue an Amber Alert to assist in the recovery of the child. The abduction is of a child age 17 or younger. The child's name and other critical data elements, including the child abduction flag, have been entered into the National Crime Information Center system. Okay, so let me close this one out and show y'all what the criteria for the silver alert. The person must be a missing endangered adult, missing endangered child, high risk missing person, or have a mental impairment validated through a credible medical authority physician, physician's assistant, or nurse practitioner. Missing endangered adult, that's the criteria there, the numbers there. Missing endangered child, high risk missing person. There must be enough descriptive information to believe the broadcast will help. A request must be recommended by the law enforcement agency of jurisdiction. Enter the missing endangered adult and vehicle information, if applicable, into the Indiana Data and Communication System National Crime Information Center database. So let's go over here. Here's where they cancel the silver alert for missing baby as search continues, right? This precious little girl, I'm so sorry they did what they did to you. This is March, is updated March 21st. Metro Police said late Wednesday that the silver alert issued for Amiah Robertson has been canceled. IMPD said the silver alert hotline was receiving very few tips. However, detectives said IMPD, social media, and phone lines have been receiving numerous tips about the case. There was at least one tip that led police to the west side in the area of Sadie Street and West McCarty Street near Eagle Creek and Interstate 70. Police were investigating items found in the area, which is about a half mile from a home on South Holmes Avenue, where Robertson's boyfriend was supposed to take baby Amiah Friday. Robertson told Eyewitness News she was the person who called in that tip. Police did not confirm if the items found were connected to Amiah's case. But they did say a little bit ago that it was, okay? So we know that it was in the case, okay? It was found. So, and Eyewitness News has also learned that FBI is assisting with the search for a missing baby. Eyewitness News has also obtained surveillance video the FBI has gathered. The March 16th video shows a truck with what appears to be 2 or 3 people in it at a dumpster in 8-month-old Amiah Robertson's babysitter's neighborhood. One of the people gets out, goes behind the truck, and eventually drives away. Investigators have since determined that the truck has nothing to do with the case. We're doing our due diligence and following up on all leads and continue to ask for the public's assistance in locating the missing baby. IFD crews, including boats and divers, also appeared at the Sadie Street scene. Police confirmed they were searching the banks at Eagle Creek, but did not say if it was connected to Amiah's disappearance, which we know basically it was, right? Metro Police said the mother of Amiah has lawyered up. Police issued a statewide silver alert for the baby on Tuesday after the baby's family reported her missing this past Saturday. At the time, investigators say Amiah's family told them they didn't believe the infant was in any danger. After receiving conflicting stories, police decided the 8-month-old could be endangered, so they put out the alert. Okay, you got 8-month-old missing. Okay, you don't think he's in or she's in danger, or she's already gone, and y'all covering up a murder scene, or you gave her to somebody else. It's really hard to even talk about it, honestly, said Logan Hole. It'll be a blessing to have her back home. It's almost like you lost half your life without her being there. Here, it's hard to wake up every day not seeing her. O said he's been out of town and doesn't know what happened to his daughter. I have no idea what happened to her. I wish I knew where she was. I'd go get her, said Hole. Although not verbally confirmed, it would appear boats and divers are here on the scene where police got a tip about items of Sadie and McCarthy. No one has confirmed this is related to missing baby. Yeah, we did on that a little earlier, okay? So Amber Robertson, the baby's mother, and she doesn't know where the baby could be. She said last time she saw Maya was Thursday, before her boyfriend Robert Lyons was supposed to take the baby to a West Side home. Okay, so now you're saying Thursday. saying yet Friday. Which one is it now? This is announced as now as a homicide. Let's see. I got that past there. He had been arrested right here. Officials also confirmed that items found along the bank of Eagle Creek belonged to Amiah. Here it says right here. Please urge anyone who knows lines with Amiah after March 9th to come forward. Below is what was known previous to IMD's update on 5:30 p.m. Saturday. On March the 16th, says a baby's family reported Amiah missing but did not believe she was a danger. Okay, you're 8 months old. Yeah, you got to treat a baby like she's in danger. You know, she could stumble over anything, fall over anything. It's dangerous for a baby to be out and about by herself. So you're saying that a baby, you don't believe she's in danger? Excuse me? Yes, it is sad, isn't it? Wow. What parent in their right mind would say your missing 8-month old is not in danger? Somebody that knows where the baby is or what was done to the baby, right? On March the 20th, Indianapolis police say they received a tip regarding items that may be connected to Amiah along a bank on the Wyatt River. Less than a mile from where the baby was reported last seen. Detectives searched the area with help from an Indianapolis Fire Department dive team. Police say the findings were inconclusive, but accordingly, they said they were found, right? Trying to figure out where that other information was. Let me go to the next one over here. Now, the mom, this is May the 10th, 2024. Now, she's indicted in the disappearance. She gets 10 years in prison. The man who pled guilty in the 2019 disappearance of his girlfriend's 8-month-old daughter, Amiah Robertson, was ordered Friday to spend a decade in jail. Marion Superior Judge Marie Kern sentenced Robert Lyons to 16 years, 10 of which will be spent in the Indiana Department of Corrections for neglect of a dependent resulted in serious bodily injury. Judge Kern suspended the remaining 6 years of his sentence and mandated he spend 3 years on probation. Lyons previously entered an agreement to plead guilty of the charge in a deal that dismissed his 3 additional counts of neglect. Kern acknowledged the plea during Lyons' sentencing on Friday, but said the agreement doesn't hold much weight considered we still don't know where this child is. The sentencing brings closure to one chapter of baby Amiah Robertson's case, which sparked a massive community search for the infant about after her disappearance. On March 9th, the child's body, as noted by Kern, has not been found to this day. Okay. And here's at Facebook right here. We're missing baby. Please pass this on. Police are looking for missing Amiah Robertson, an 8-month-old from Indianapolis. Police say she is believed to be in extreme danger and may require medical assistance. The information to contact at the bottom of the screen. Guess that just this is just the same information here. Okay, so I go past there. And here is where mother sentenced to 6 years in the case. Yeah, but 6 of the 10 years got they retracted, so he don't have to say third, but 10 years, then 3 years probation. Yes, so he just gets 10 years, Tammy. So they took off 6 of his years, so just 10 years and 3 years probation because they say what? So right here is mother sentenced to 6 years in baby Amiah's case. Okay. A Marion County judge sentenced Amber Robertson to 6 years in connection with the 2019 disappearance of her infant daughter, Amiah. Robertson pled guilty to neglect of a dependent, a level 5 felony, in exchange for a plea. The state dismissed three other felony neglect charges filed against her. Judge Marie Kern accepted the plea on Friday and sentenced Robertson to 6 years with 637 days of credit for time served and 212 days of good time credit. The remaining sentence, 1,341 days, was suspended to probation. What? Say what? Y'all say that? The remaining sentence, 1,341 days, was suspended to probation. Seriously? Seriously? I'm going to say what again, Tammy? Say what? Life in prison with no probation. Exactly. When y'all hear more about what else is taking place, I ain't got to that part yet. I hope I didn't close that window. The judge ordered Robertson to take parenting classes and undergo a mental health evaluation. Robertson declined to make a statement in court and wiped tears from her eyes during the proceedings. Charles Robertson, Amiah's grandfather, and Robertson's father provided pre-sentencing testimony. Miss Robertson, your father's right, Kern said during Friday's sentencing hearing. This is something that's going to stay with you for the rest of your life. Amiah Robertson disappeared on March 9th, 2019. Although she wasn't reported missing until about a week later. Y'all, a week later? What? Wow. Wow. This stinks. This reeks heavily, leading to a lengthy search and an ongoing investigation. Wow. Seriously? Poor sweetheart. You did not deserve this, girl. Man. Robertson told police she left the infant with her then boyfriend, Robert Williams, so he could drop her off with a babysitter. Amiah was never seen again, with one witness reporting seeing bruises on the side of the girl's face on March 8th or March 9th. Whoa. So this poor little girl had bruises on her face, too. Police discovered some of the Amiah's belongings near Eagle Creek. She is presumed dead, and to this day, investigators don't truly know what happened to her. Her remains have never been found. Here's Robert Lyons and then the mother, Robertson. Police arrested Robertson and Lyons in September 2022. It took that long to arrest somebody? Lyons also accepted a plea deal. He was sentenced to 16 years with 6 years suspended during a hearing in May. Robertson has been scheduled to go on trial, which we've seen that she just got 6 years, and then she ain't even going to have to do it. So we have still not found the body. Mother, ex-boyfriend, indicted on neglect charges and Amiah's disappearance. Okay, let me try to find. I'm looking for this one article. Prosecutor Ryan Mears, IMPD Chief Randall Taylor, and Deputy Chief Kendall Adams spoke to reporters after a grand jury indicted Amiah's mother, Amber Robertson, on 4 counts. Robertson's ex-boyfriend Robert Lyons was also indicted on 4 counts. Neglect of a dependent in serious bodily injury, level 3 felony. Neglect of a dependent resulted in bodily injury, level 5 felony. Neglect of a dependent with deprivation, level 5 felony. Neglect of a dependent, level 6 felony. The counts accused both of placing Amiah in a situation that endangered her life or health and deprived her of necessary support and resulted in serious bodily injury. Police arrested Amber Robertson Robertson over the weekend as of Monday morning. Lyons was not in custody, but he's already in custody, so we X-nay that. Let's see. Okay, so let me go to. You see, the most severe neglect charge carries a maximum sentence of 16 years. The two level 5 felonies carry a maximum of 6 years, and the level 6 charge includes a range of 6 months to 2.5 years. It said that Amiah disappeared on March 9th, 2019, setting off a large search across the city. Rumors about the girl's fate had swirled for years. Robertson told police she gave the girl to Lyons, then her boyfriend, to be taken to a babysitter's house. At one point, investigators even dug up the soul beneath the back deck of babysitter Jeanette Browning's house. Okay, witness describes. Okay, this is the key evidence. Are y'all ready for it? In Annapolis, in the days after Amber Robertson's daughter disappeared in March of 2019, she was criticized on social media for sharing photographs of herself relaxing poolside at a West Side Indianapolis hotel while volunteers and police searched for baby Amiah. At the time, the media was provided a photograph taken beneath the yellow table umbrella on a pool deck of Robinson snuggling with her infant. Now, witness to the discovery, this is very important. Now, witness to the discovery of evidence in the early days of the police investigation into the disappearance of baby Amiah tells Fox 59 News that she has seen another photograph of the child taken at roughly the same time that is more disturbing. A picture of the baby wearing the same pajamas, wrapped in the same fuzzy white blanket that she had in the picture in the news with her mother, but she was lying on a bed with her eyes closed, and the entire left side of her face was covered in bruises. Oh, oh man. I can't stand people to abuse kids. The other picture looks like the baby is either very sick or that the baby is not alive. Did y'all hear that? The other picture looks like the baby is either very sick or not alive. Fox 59 News has reviewed the photographs the witnesses described and found the description to be an accurate portrayal of what the photos show. So why can't they be arrested for the murder of her? If the photograph looks like she might be dead, why can't they not go ahead and arrest the parents for murder? Do y'all know what I'm saying? Listen at this when y'all get further down here. The witness remembers seeing Robertson, baby Amiah, Robert Lyons, and Jeanette Browning at the Ramada by Wyndham Hotel near I-465 and Crawfordsville Road on March 8th and 9th of 2019. Robertson later told police she had handed her off her daughter to her then boyfriend Lyons on March the 9th to deliver to the home of Browning, his mother. So uh, the babysitter is the mother at 229 South Holmes Avenue for exit. The Browning, it's okay. Jeanette Browning is the babysitter and Lyons' mother. However, it wasn't until March the 16th that Robertson told IMPD officers arriving to investigate a fight between herself and Lyons in the alley behind Browning's house that her baby was missing. Can you believe it waited till then? It waited till then? From the start, investigators have said Robertson's timeline of her daughter's disappearance didn't add up. The witness told Fox 59 News that the Evidence that was discovered and turned over to IMPD at the beginning of the investigation corroborates that conclusion that Robertson, Lyons, Browning, and Amiah were observed at the hotel, with the baby at a swimming pool and basically hanging around off and on for a few days somewhere. I could physically see them, but yes, I was aware of their presence in the area where the police were looking, said a witness. I was able to observe a camera that was presumably owned by one of the four members of that family. Photos have been taken during their time near this body of water. So did you not take the camera? I wondered if they took the camera. Are y'all wondering that as well? It was on March 25th, 2019, that IMPD and divers from the Wayne Township Fire Department searched a large pond adjacent to the hotel property at roughly the same time investigators were discovering items belonging to the child along the banks of Beagle Creek near McCarty Street, as sources told Fox 59 News that cadaver dogs hit on the evidence. Wow, cadaver dogs hit on the evidence of items. When the occupants of room 249 had cleared out of the hotel 2 weeks before, they left behind in shambles some crucial baby items. Damaged things tossed around. Television broken in half. Basically, the flat screen, said the witness. There was a play portable baby bed that they left behind as well. There was also a baby car seat. Those are the two main items that were left behind. The witness said investigators recovered the discarded baby items from a dumpster days after the pond search. Seeing them bring dogs out to sniff around the left items, said the witness who described that police took. They took two visual pieces of evidence and at least two physical pieces of evidence. During a briefing announcing grand jury charges of child neglect against both Robertson and Lance, IMPD Deputy Chief Kendall Adams was asked if investigators had physical evidence to back up the accounts witnesses gave to grand jurors about baby Amiah's disappearance. I think what we put together as far as the physical evidence, as far as the testimony, in terms of the forensic evidence, gives us good timeline of what occurred. The witness still shudders at the thought of what quite possibly happened to baby Amiah inside room 249. It's just horrifying to know that this could have taken place at this location by this water. I'm wondering also too, were they with the TV being broke like that? How did they break it? Did they slam Amiah into the TV and crack the screen? What did they use with that force, or did they pick up that TV or whatever? I don't know if they're bolted down or not, but in the hotel it could have been bolted down. That would have been. So what y'all think possibly could have happened? That looks very suspicious. The whole room was in shambles too, like it says. Get back to where it said. What it said about that. When the occupants of room 249 had cleared out the hotel 2 weeks before, they left behind shambles and some crucial baby items. Go back over here. Damaged things tossed around. Television broken in half. Broken in half, you see? What did they do that broke the screen in half? Now the daughter's missing. They left behind the pack and play. They left behind the car seat, so they know she wasn't coming back, right? But here shows a horrific scene. Just thinking about this, right? Just thinking about this paragraph right here. Damaged things tossed around. Television broken in half. Basically, the flat screen, said the witness. There was a pack and play, portable baby bed. There was also a baby car seat. Those are the two main items that were left behind. And plus, remember the photograph of her wearing the same clothes earlier when she would cuddle with mom outside, wearing the same things, and her lying there on the bed with her eyes closed and her face all bruised, and it looks like she was dead. I think that's a lot of evidence that supports the fact. Did they screen the TV to make sure if there's any DNA evidence left behind of Amiah on the TV screen? I wonder. I wonder. These people do not need to get out of jail ever. The mother had to be there. She's the one that took the picture. She was there. For her to be missing since the night and not to report it till there was a fight broken out the 19th. What's going on here, right? So she basically was missing since the night. They had 10 days or so just because of then the fight. And all of a sudden she goes, my daughter's missing. Was that kind of finally because you wanted to get a distraction away from you because you were in trouble by the police because there's a fight? Um, but this child deserves justice. This child. Prayers for the father, because this got to hurt him hard, losing his daughter and the other family members as well. I say God bless to each and every one of y'all. I'm going to go ahead and close this out. Please, board. Hey, Clyde, good to see you. Thanks for coming in. So please pass this around because the girl needs justice. She deserves it. The father deserves the truth. These people deserve the full extent of the law against them. You got all the evidence behind the how the hotel room was. Found out she was missing the night, and that's around the time possibly that she was in the hotel, right? There's all the evidence there. Go for it. These sorry pieces of crap that abuse kids. No, they don't deserve even any kind of probation. That kid, what's that kid got? That kid's probably deceased, right? And yet you're going to give a probation, let them off. That kid ain't never going to really talk really good. I don't know how bad this kid was treated in other times either. Anybody that harms a kid or harms anybody else like they did with this child, no, they need further repercussions done where they cannot harm someone else. Plus, they need charges against them not reporting it in a timely manner either, waiting that long to go unreported. Thank you so much, and God bless.